Hello and welcome to Math 130, Math for Teachers Number Systems. The purpose of this video is to go over the syllabus and how the course is run in MyMathLab and Blackboard. So we use Blackboard as an organizational point for all the information. So you'll find the welcome syllabus here. So any new version of the syllabus will always be attached right here. So if you go ahead and click on this is a printable PDF, and it's also it has links in it if you want to get to the Piazza message board or email, things like that. So you're responsible for reading the syllabus. Some things I want to kind of highlight is methods of correspondence. So if you want to get a hold of me, the best thing to do if you have a content question is the Piazza message board. And I'll go over that a little bit later, but that way everyone in the course can see the content question and I can answer that for everyone. If it's a personal question, then you need to use my umkc.edu email address. And then there will be opportunities this semester for face-to-face tutoring from me. If you need to meet with me face-to-face, we can do that online. And generally I do that by appointment. So send me an email, let me know, and then we'll find a time that works for both of us. Tutoring is available 24/7 tutoring online through NetTutor, and I'll go over that a little bit in another video as well, but there is access to tutoring, so 24/7. If you're working on a homework assignment 2 o'clock in the morning and you want to get on and get some support, then there's someone available for you to ask those questions. The textbooks we're going to use is the MyMathLab Access for the textbook. So you can purchase the Access online or you can purchase it at the UMKC bookstore. You have a few different options if you want to purchase it with an Access code, with a physical book, or just the Access code. Your access will be through Blackboard, so you won't have to have another username or password, so it'll be in Blackboard. This course meets Focus B, Scientific Reading, Reasoning, so you can read over that. The course schedule, and I'm going to go over the specific course schedule, but all assignments for the week will be due at midnight on Tuesday of the next week. So week 1 material will be due next Tuesday at midnight, week 2 material the next Tuesday at midnight, and you can work ahead in the course. You can work on assignments after the due date for a 20% deduction from the questions completed after that point. Everything will be in MyMathLab, and we'll look at the different categories: homework, quizzes, and exams. Homework, you have unlimited attempts. Homework, you have unlimited attempts per each problem. Quizzes, you have to take the whole quiz and you get a grade, but you have unlimited attempts per quiz. But you have to go through the whole quiz. And then exams, you'll have 2 attempts on the exams. They'll be set up like the quiz, so you go through and take all the problems, you get your grade, and then you can go and do that again and see if you can improve your grade. And then the comprehensive final will be like the exam. I'll drop the 2 lowest homework, the 2 lowest quiz, and the lowest exam. I do not drop the final though. And you can see the percentages of the breakdown there. Letter grades, straightforward. The rest of the stuff here are required from the university. So if you want to read through about all this stuff the university requires us to have in our syllabus. So if you have any questions, you can refer back to that. So I'm going to go back to the Blackboard site here, and remember this is a PDF. You can print it or you can save it to your desktop so you don't have to get on Blackboard to see that every time. The welcome video will be here as well as in an email, so if you want to come back to this video you can watch it here. So now I want to look at the schedule. So if you go to the left side of the toolbar in Blackboard and you click the schedule, this is going to bring up the schedule for the course. And I've also made this a PDF, so I would recommend you print this off and then you can check mark going through things. And this is what I was talking about. Assignments are due Tuesday of the following week. So all week 1 assignments that are due here is going to be due 9/1. And everything is in MyMathLab. So you can see 1/1, 1/2, things like that, the lectures and the homeworks and the quizzes. I would recommend you printing this off and keeping this by your computer or where you're going to be working and kind of check mark as you go. And you can find that here as well. At the bottom of this page, I've just copied the academic calendar, and so you have your drop deadlines are clearly laid out here for 100% refund, 60, 40, 20, last day that you can drop without it being on your transcript, last day for a W, and last W for a WF. So you can print that off as well and just kind of have that, and I'll be emailing you as we get closer to those dates. Unit information, so this might be handy, especially if you're going to take the MOGIA. What is covered in each section. So if you see the MOGIA, 25% is on set of rational numbers and these objectives there. If you want to practice that a little bit more, you can go in to 6.1 and practice that more. So this is just for you to have an idea of the objectives that are covered in each section. And then it also, on top of that, has the dates there. Again, I try to make everything a printable PDF, so you can print this off and kind of highlight through this and check mark these dates, and so this is for you guys to use. MyMathLab hyperlinks, again, I like PDFs. I think they're handy. You can save them to your desktop and just click on them. You don't have to go through Blackboard. So here's the lectures and the books in a nice little format. So if I click on page 18 here, it should take me to the book, page 18. And this is a little bit different view than you'll have in MyMathLab, but it's still the same content. So if you zoom in on this, this is going to be what's covered. Again, I find that kind of beneficial to see those hyperlinks there. If you click on the video part, it will tell you how long the video is, and then it's going to take you to the video player. And then there's closed caption. The different parts of the video is the different objectives. So if you just want to watch something more about sets, you can skip to that part of the video. But if you watch it through, it's the publisher's videos there. So again, open that PDF. You can save this to your desktop, and once you sign into MyMathLab once, you should be able to view those. And then the actual course, the MyMathLab course. Now, it's not going to open because the course isn't officially open, so if you get to this point and you try to click on your assignments, it's going to give you an error because the course hasn't started yet. The reason why the course hasn't started yet is because I have to give it a start deadline, and you get 14 days of free access. So I want everyone to be able to take advantage of that, so I don't want to start it earlier and you lose that. The first day of class is the 24th. So it will open the 24th, and you'll have free 14 days. So this is what MyMathLab will look like. When you click on that homework or assignments, if you show all of them, this is all the assignments for the course. And it goes in order. 1, 1, 1, 2, quiz 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, so forth. You can see the due dates here. So you can also follow that schedule. And then also the time limits and attempts. So if you go into a homework problem, if you go into a homework set, this will tell you the setup, and you have unlimited attempts per homework problem. So this is your practice. This is, getting in there and doing the problems, reading the questions. There's help me solve it, view an example, there's videos, links to the textbook. So once you get into here, you can link to the textbook, and that's just going to pop up that part of the textbook And it's a little bit different view than the textbook before because this is actually in the Pearson app. So sometimes it take a little bit to load. It's somewhat like a PDF screenshot of what the book would actually be. So you can zoom out, you can zoom in, you can print from this, you can go to the next page. So this is, this example here. And that links right to the question. View an example. View an example is going to walk you through it. It's going to tell you, do this, continue, 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 and then it's going to give you the answer and go through it that way. And you can print that. Go back, you can print that. The video might be someone explaining the problem. It might be a problem very similar to it and walking you through it. So this is kind of the meat and potatoes of the course is kind of within that homework, and you can go until you get them all right, and you can see your points here, and so you want to get them all green check marked. Okay, so after you do that, you should be ready for going through 1, 1, 1, 2, getting those homework. You should be able to take quiz 1, which will be very similar to the homework problems, but the way you go through it is question by question. So you can see how many questions. You can go to the previous question or the next question. You can kind of take the quiz, but instead of, submit question by question like you did on the homework, you actually have to take the whole quiz first, and then you submit the quiz. Now you can go in and out of this. The time here you have 75 minutes on each quiz and 120 minutes on each exam. So just know that if you're ready to start, that you have to complete it in one setting, so it won't save your answers. You can go in and see them and go in and out, but if you leave and you go back in, it's not going to have any of your answers saved. So the quizzes, you have unlimited attempts. So if you take the quiz and you just bomb it, then you can take it again. You can take it 100 times, but each time it's going to be randomly generated problems, the same number of problems, very similar structure, but the numbers could change. And then the exams are the only thing that it's very similar to the quiz, except you have 2 attempts. So you submit the test, you get a grade, then you can take it again and get another grade. But it shouldn't affect your attempts until you submit it. So you won't actually see the grade until you submit it. And you know how many questions there are, and they're very similar to the quiz and homework questions. So homework, you're practicing, you want to make sure you understand each type. Quiz is kind of testing you, do you really understand it without all the hints? So if you notice there's no hints on the toolbar, like there was for the homework. And the homework, you can always go back into the homework and go back into a question you got right, and also look at those video hints and help me solve it and things like that. So that's pretty much MyMathLab. Everything is done in MyMathLab. Lectures and examples, I link them all to PDFs, and so you should be able to find them again if you want to come here and I want to find lectures or examples from this section. You can search those, and those are what I would link to that in that PDF, but they're here in MyMathLab as well. Your gradebook will be available as soon as assignment becomes due. It will, or as soon as you submit assignment or work on assignment, it'll be here. Once it becomes due, it's going to give you a breakdown of your homework score, your quiz score, your test, and your final to get where your overall score is. So keep in mind things are weighted, so you could have 100% on your homework and bomb the first test, and that's going to affect your overall grade. So just kind of keep that in mind as we go, that it is a weighted course. Ebook, you can click here. The Piazza, you'll get an email to sign up for the Piazza message board, but if you click on any of the Piazza links, it should take you to the message board, and the question and answer is going to be where you ask your questions. And I'll have an introduction post here for the first day of class. But this is nice because you can take screenshots of things. So if you're in MyMathLab and you have a question or something, you can take a screenshot and copy and paste it in here, and I can see what's going on. And then I can write on that and reply back, and you can see any questions from the class. You can just post a question to me, so if it's something personal or something about an extension or explaining something, you don't want to send me an email, you can do a individual student or instructor, or you can just ask me and only I will see that. You can post that anonymously, and that's an option as well. The last thing in this video, I know it's long, I'm going to go over is online tutoring. And there's various different options to get tutoring at UMKC. And since you guys are online students, I wanted to show you the access to the online tutoring. So if you scroll to the bottom of the page here and you access the online tutoring, it's going to launch NetTutor. And you're not going to have to sign into anything. It automatically knows who you are because you're coming from Blackboard. And you want to do math through pre-calculus. You don't need the calculus or above for this course. And it's going to take you to a whiteboard session or a tutor or question and answer center. So that's something you can post and then get a reply to. But since we have the Piazza message board, most students just go to the live one-on-one help. If you click on that, it's going to put you in a queue. So there might be a couple users ahead of you. You can watch this little video that goes over kind of how NetTutor works, but it's going to lead you to this whiteboard.
Hello, and welcome to NetTutor. How may I help you?
And then someone's going to ask, would you want some help? And this is just kind of the faith. You should be able to take screenshots, save them, and upload them and insert them into the whiteboard. So you can do it that way. You can turn on your camera so they can see you. You can use your speaker, or you can type. Just testing the system. You can type in here. You can also type here. And he can or she can reply that way. If you have some kind of tablet, you can draw.
Just let me know if you have any questions. We have tutors available 24/7.
So you can kind of see how that works. If you exit out of that, you can continue in your live session. You should be able to go home. You can go back into the course. So hopefully this kind of gives you an overview of the course. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm here to help you guys. I'm here to support you and get you through the course. But most of your work is just getting through the MyMathLab homework. If anything comes up, just let me know. Best of luck this semester.